We keep it real silent. But Uncle Bob is not Uncle Bob. Truth and righteousness. I'm going to tell you the truth whether you like it or not. We're going to continue on today, man. But I'd like everyone to just take a moment to think not only the greatness of this man, but also of his father's saint. I very seldom hear Black Messiah's name mentioned, but he was Allah's firstborn, wasn't he? I very seldom hear about Azrael. But we keep coming. And when we pass, because man, let me tell you something. This body gonna go, this spaceship gonna go one day. You know? So the continent is not gonna go anywhere. Allah lives as long as you live. And I now tell you something, man. Don't wait for Allah to manifest because it's here because you're here. And the next one for this thank you, man. The next one on that should do is the shop on. Peace.
Hey! Hey!
You're rough. No, good thing. Let's go.
You know, the black man was known as that before he got phenomenal. You know, to give you a little bit of history before I go to my nation business. All right, Black Messiah, when he first seen the law for the first time, I believe it was in '63. The law was coming out of the malls. You know what I'm saying? He was coming out of Temple number 7. He was getting, the law actually was getting put out the malls because he had on short pants. He wasn't allowed inside the temple with short pants on. So that's when he's first seen. Okay, we're going to wind up real fast. Like I said, I don't want to be too long because I know the people to speak. Captain Joseph, or Captain Yusuf, from the FOI, had a little team of FOIs that used to go around trying to bully guards, you know, and make them not want to be 5%. So they all looked up to the black man, you know, to Black Messiah. You know, his other name was Kareem. You know, and they told him what did Kareem do, what did Black Messiah do. He went down to Bell Hospital, talked to Allah from the window, and told him what happened. And this is what Allah told him. He said, son, go, don't say Captain Joseph, say his name, say Captain Yusuf. You tell him I sent you, and to leave my sons alone. Like that. So when he went inside the temple, he got there. Another FOI was like, yo, young brother wants to come to see you. So he went in there and he told him, he said, Allah said, you leave us alone. But Captain Yusuf said, who you made plans? He said, no, Allah. He said, no, Allah, not plans, Allah. You know, after that, Allah's word was strong. They ain't messed with the 5% at that time. You know, now it's the nation business. I'm kind of hungry and tired. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You know, 219 pounds after you fed. All right, back on the economics thing. You know, I just want y'all to always hear about it because that's where we're going. I heard a lot of good projects. My big brother Tamari was up here, you know, talking about what the other guys are doing. But we need money for all that stuff. You know, and we can get it from us. We told you. And I meant that it's coming. You know, everything coming what? Like the law says, it's coming at time. You know what I'm saying? So I'm asking the Father. Everything coming time. So rest assured, the new year is coming. You know, so around that time, or maybe late April, everything that I gave out, you know, I'm just building a few gardens. You know, and I also want Earth to get on board too. You know, because we definitely need that. That $20 a month. You know what I'm saying? New ID cards and all that we need. This is a new time. Again, you say a lot of stuff in these bills, words from coming straight from the law. That me, from his sons, from his first group, and even from one of his own honorary fathers. Willie, I don't see him around no more. He used to be by the school all the time when I used to be working on the school there in Prince Creek. He used to tell me certain things when I got him to the side. See, one thing about me, I take nothing or no one on face value. God's own word. If I read a lesson in your name, I'm going to come to you and ask you, did this happen? Because we about the truth. You know what I'm saying? The truth is absolute. I don't want to get up here and be talking no history and don't know what I'm talking about. Because we're not about it. And that's all I want to say. Peace. Peace.
I'm originally from Medina, Coney Island. Now rest in Belong. What I want to speak about today is God's life divine. It born wisdom equality, which is today's man. Born, build, or destroy. We as gods must know the science of building and destroying. We must know the science of building our power on a daily basis. Not saying you don't know. What I'm saying is you don't know. Every day, the brother said we must go from knowledge to bone. That's the supreme mathematics. We must also deal with the alphabet. All the lessons. That's what makes us strong. That's what makes us go from knowledge to bone. People call it positive, powerful energy that we radiate wherever we go. When they see this flag, they recognize. You don't never hear about no guards being robbed or raped. None of that. Wherever we go, the presence is recognized. So what I want to say also now is the devil. We don't pay enough attention to the devil and what he does. The government. Even though there's black in the government, it's ran by the Caucasian white man who represents, in our lesson, the devil. If we don't pay attention to him, that's why so many of us fallen. Because we don't pay attention to the enemy. What does he do? Look at all of them COVID-19 testing stations they still got all around the country. Why are they still testing people after the pandemic's been over for a year? Is the government conspiracy with that? They test you for a virus, they tell you you negative, but you have something in you that's going to strike you down 2 or 3 years later. Don't fuck with them COVID-19 testers.
That's right, Carl.
There are so many people that recognize that.
That's right.
You heard of the Bill Gates plan? He want to shoot them little computer chips and people so they can monitor you all over the world. Why you not wrong? Pay attention to your lessons. The lessons teach you that every day. Build, build, build. 20, he brought money to the parliament today. You know, if you don't listen, you ain't going to build. You're going to remain stagnated. You familiar with that word, stagnated? Huh? That's when I came up. We had to study revolutionary history. George Jackson, Huey P. Newton, Black Panther Party. We had to know all that because that knowledge was power to us continuing to grow and develop. I want to pay some respect to some of the brothers that I came up with. Their names, R.I.P., a lot of them are still here. A lot of them went back to the essence. But they were powerful. They all were instrumental in my growth and development. Yes, I get time to be down to like a lot of God. I'm wisdom knowledge. Wisdom knowledge I get. Strong, hard, been home since 09. Peace. And a lot of the gods I came up with was Born of Love. So y'all remember Born. Kareem Victorious. Raw Love. Alpha Free Cypher. Born Justice. Mr. Ali. Barshay. Master Barshay. A.Do. Dr. Darkin. King of Love. Born Master. Savior, Tislam. Raleigh, Jabbar, I Justice, Omar, Divine Equality, Ali Shan, Nation, Natural God, peace to all them gods. I came up around all of them. And that's what a lot of us should start doing too at these parliaments. They're gone, but they should not be forgotten. They should always be there. One other thing I wanted to bring up.
You need to be here.
Y'all heard of the greatest story never told? The bomb? Well, in that story, they speak about the 1967 Universal Parliament where he had just got out of Matabon, and he told the guards, he said, "You are all pace setters of the world. You are guardian angels. Keep teaching and you'll take over the world." Now, we were taught not to take things on face value. So when I read that guardian angel part, I asked the brother, beloved Allah, who was responsible for writing most of the great story never told. I said, do you remember this statement? Him calling us guardian angels? He said, nah. He got that from interviewing another guard that was there in 67. So he didn't get knowledge of stuff until 72. That there is how that was manifested as true, in that lesson. Guardian. The word guardian means protection. And we do protect the people with our knowledge and wisdom. With our aura. They call it aura, karma. That's that God, powerful, creative energy that we represent. Where do we go? A lot of the gods don't, like you said, a lot of the gods that came up here and told, they said we ain't as strong as we used to be. We don't rep like we used to. The God, like the God there, God of Shaw, he holds a class at the school every Saturday to make sure all the gods that want to build and continue to build will come to his class. So I'm going to say peace and blessings to all of God.
Peace. And earth. They here too.
Brothers be getting offended. You know that.
Hey, so I had built earlier, and I wanted to address the situation again, but just to God's not here. I just want to speak to the God I spoke to earlier, God. And I have to say again, God, today we heard two messages. We heard that inside the paper in the school, inside our school's paper, that it would be wise not to mess with the school and not have the school adjusted. Prior to us building together, we also had an opportunity to hear the God speak about some type of new developments at the school, and it's called the College Harbor. Prior to that, the God from Virginia had built, and the God was building about how us as brothers need to be on the same page. I'm done building right now because the God who got up and built about what changes he want to have done to the school, God, I can't see the God present right now. The last time I had the opportunity to build on this topic, the God was I was building, when it came time for me to build on that, the God wasn't there then either. And so I want to build about the College Harbor situation and the focus groups and the things that's going on with school. I sat there and waited for the God to go through his own and occupy our time and not be together when we had an opportunity to build in front of us. And then at that same time, we also had that opportunity to hear God say that we need to make adjustments to ourselves so that we can allow this project to take place. I would suggest we do buy the paper, because the paper has been here since I had not so, and I was in the paper in the Warren College in my first season. What's my point? The paper says the schools are not adjusted. I agree with that. The God, Child Warren had just left, the God said that in another parliament that we have the money amongst ourselves to do whatever we want. The building, changing the school to an apartment complex and things like that, it sounds like we need grants and other money also. Okay, if we don't need that, thank God. So why was the grant mentioned, God, real quick? Okay. Bottom line is that before we move forward, we should build with each other more. The God said that we come together and this is happening, such as when we're leaving things in the toilet, we're outside smoking blood, we're doing this and that, and I keep coming back to Parliament 60, 70 years later, building about the same topic. It's because enough energy is not being placed inside of the cycle. And I was close with this, guys.
On the camera and have a
I
conversation.
got on the show in '94. I was 16 years old. I went to the show crew in the Thorn, Equal. Boom. It was that area in Southern. I did a science project at the school. When I walked into the room where the school was, where you had the science project, I was probably one of the oldest guys there, but I was only like 19. There was 3 seeds there that was had situation too. There was nobody else in the room. There was 0 people. We went outside in the front. There was mad weed. There's mad beer. There's mad this, mad that. But inside the school, when the seeds had a science project, there was nobody there except for me, and I came 1,037 miles to get there. So what's my point? My point is, God, is that the God's going to have to figure out what's important. What's important to me is that I am the Imperial King, I love the law, and I have my son, Imperial, and his brother, Excellence, and I have older daughters. That's what's important to me. When I come together with my brothers, I have myself together first. Before I got up here to build, I have my build together already, even though it's continuing to evolve. What's my point? I value all of your time. I know that you don't have to be here. I know you choose to be here. Me, I have no choice. This is who I am. This is who my son is. This is all I have to deliver. Now, on top of that, I personally have money. So what does that mean? That means that that's important to me. If you are alive right now and you don't have no bread, you want to talk about getting some money, talk to me about it. If you have emotional problems, if you have any kind of issues, God, come to me, the Imperial King I love Allah, and build for you. I want the God shall born to be here because the God is a fantastic builder. I really didn't know the God's name until today, but I heard the God built a lot. Every time the God builds on natural builders from the past. Building on science and individuals like drawing clear pictures of science from decades ago. I asked the God on the way out, God sent me home. I was going to say, before the God left, I wanted the God to hear me say that I would like to nominate God as a national treasure. I don't know the God don't know me, he don't even know that I'm talking right now. That's what I would like to do. I'd like to nominate why? Because I know as a king, I need a treasury. I know I need a treasury. Ooh, sometimes it was me, sometimes it was my wife, but I need a treasury. I need to be able to measure what is going on. Now, how are you going to ask me to give up my bread and give it food towards anything when I come build with the God, peace, out the science, God, boom. Oh, I'm the older God. Oh, peace, older God. What's the science, God? Ooh, what's up with some money? Oh, God. Prior, maybe it was 80-something, maybe it was 90-something, the guy ran off with the money. I'm like, yo, what are you talking about? But I understand that can happen because I got hit with the guys and nobody's perfect. That's the past. I'm saying out loud right now that I think the God shall born be a great treasure. And I'm also saying right now, if the God ran off, y'all already know what's the God's name. So I think the God is a great treasure. I think that will make things move forward. We need to get this moving forward. Next time I hear somebody come up here and build in Parliament, and then I see them again, yo, you got your personal life together, that's great. Glad to have time to sell. But we are at a point right now where we need to come together and have something to see. So the reason why you have those seeds here, the reason why I'm probably one of the youngest people building here is because the seeds and the wisdom need substance. They need something. You need to give them something. And I'll put you back. If you had something to deliver, if you had something you was really offering, boy, the doors is packed, seats is filled, everybody, because it don't matter what the person say, they're like, yo, I'm waiting, because they got something for me. All right? So if they're not here, it's because they don't feel like you got nothing to offer, period. And so you running off the mouth about who you are is not convincing anybody of nothing. Putting forth your actions will. The guy made a good point. The guy was very long-winded about it, but yes, I smoke mad weed. And I would love to not do it around the school. I love not to leave no blunt guts around, because when I walk down the block and the guy